Alright, here is my last stitch I have to make right here, okay? And unfortunately I made too big of the chain stitch. What am I supposed to do with this? Okay, let me first make my last shell stitch, okay? This is right now, that's the last 20th stitch I have to make. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Okay, this is my last stitch right here, and let me show you something. See, this is the last stitch, and I have more chain stitch here, and then I'll show you in a minute how to get rid of it, okay? And what am I doing is just simply coming down right here, like making a turn, so to make this wheel like stitch, okay? So my next shell stitch will be placed in exactly same stitch here, the one I made. It may be surprising for you that I already made 7 stitches and 1 chain stitch, and I'm going to do another 7. It's going to fit, believe me. Okay, I've done that. Alright, now let's do it. See, I have this stitch right here. See, it's my extra chain stitch, but let me show you. It's not going to be on the way in any ways, okay? See, what am I doing now? I simply will continue knitting in the same, and I'm keeping this on the background. See, I'm keeping this chain stitch on the background. I'll show you in a minute how I will get rid of this. Okay, I've done 7 double crochet, and I'm going to do 7 more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and I need 1 more, and that's 7. Okay, now look how it already looks like a wheel, right? So I'm going to continue my shell stitch on the other ones too. Now in the diagram I have, on diagram I have single crochet exactly where my previous single crochet was, okay, on the chain stitch. And my next my next shell stitch will be exactly on the bottom of the previous shell stitch, okay? So we will get this wheel like look, okay, on our final fabric. Okay, let's see, where are we? Okay, yes, now we do single crochet on the single crochet, okay, and we do shell stitch on the shell stitch right here, okay, and I'm going to do 7 like I was doing previously. See, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. See, it's another wheel. Okay, this is so pretty, so cute. I really love this pattern. Okay, and on the single crochet we will simply continue doing simple crochet. Okay, now one thing that I would love to show you, that is important. When we turn around, we can include this inside of the fabric, just like that. Just keep this like that, and when we connect these two parts, okay, just keep it inside. But I don't like this, okay, and it's a trick here. See, I will cut it. Oh my god, what did I do? No, don't worry about it, okay, it's not going to ruin your fabric. See, I will remove these cuts. See, just pull the yarn, and you see you have a shorter chain stitch, and I can even make it shorter, this yarn. See, that's that simple, okay. So that's why I did not do exactly as many amount of the stitches, because it's always difficult to do for me in this last stitch, and then especially to do my 14 stitches, so to do this wheel, okay. Alright, this is my last stitch. I need to do my last shell stitch. I'm basically done. I made 20 of those shell stitches. They came out real nice and really pretty to look at, okay. And here I need to make my last shell stitch, in of course in one chain stitch here with previous 7 shell stitches, okay. So 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Okay, and I am done. Now I need to connect these. See, in our diagram, when we are here, we have to connect this with slip stitch, okay. And this is real simple, so we just take our crochet and do the slip stitch. See, this is it. That's all about it. Let me repeat once more. We have to find the other end. Once we are done, find the place here and the slip stitch, and that's all it is. Now I have to make this, divide this into 2 parts, okay. So I have 10 on each side, right. And another thing here, I just cut it off the yarn here. That was a loose yarn, okay. I don't need it. It's not going to show up right here. It's going to be hidden inside, okay. So I really don't worry about it too much. So what important thing is here now, that I have to connect those 2 ends and knit them together, okay. And what I need to do, the first thing is to count 7 stitches here. See, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and in the middle here is my connection, my first connection place, okay. So I mark this down with my crochet, but I have to tell you something else. See how we have in the knitting, this yarn is kind of outer and it's more of the inwards, and same here, okay. Also make sure that it's straight here. When you fold this into 2, make sure that is real straight, and then we are going to connect those inside yarns together. Like, see, this is outwards and this is inwards, this is inwards and this is outwards in the other place. So we are going to connect those inwards yarns together, okay. Let me show you what do I mean. Here is my one of those 7 stitches, and I did my first slip stitch, and all you do, you just do the slip stitch. So I take my yarn from here from this part, okay, and I'll get my crochet here and pull out the yarn and just do the slip stitch. And it's all about this. Most important thing is to connect them right from the beginning. So when you go, actually how you know that you are right, so your previous single crochets have to be together. Chains, those shell stitch chains here have to be together again. All these parts have to come really nicely and smoothly together, okay? So I'll do this again. See, I am taking inwards yarn, and here I'm taking inwards yarn, and I'm doing slip stitch, okay, and again inwards yarn and inwards yarn, and I'm doing this step by step, stitch by stitch, okay? See, the same applies to every single stitch. You only need the inwards, yarns. You just get those yarns that are in the middle. See? Pay attention not to skip any stitches, because it may show up really, unpleasantly somewhere. Okay, see how smooth it goes from this side and from the other side. This is a real cutie here. And again, stitch by stitch. And we have to do this to the end of the row. See? Nice and pretty.